Habari ma Afrika, mimi ni King, nina furaha kukutana na wewe. Asante kwa kutazama Kinseso. Ladies and gentlemen, wow, man, I think we should support Donald Trump in what he's doing. I think Donald Trump is doing an excellent work dealing with South Africa, dealing with South African black government. I think Donald Trump and Elon Musk are progressive, man. You know, AfriForum went to America to go and cry and act as if there's a genocide against African people here in South Africa, acted as if that their land is being taken here in South Africa, their land is being taken here in South Africa. And now America have said, no, listen, we're gonna help you. We're gonna help you because what you are doing as African people is beautiful there. We're gonna bring you to America with a refugee pass. We're gonna allow you guys to come and live here. And AfriForum said, no man, that's not what we are asking for. We are asking for America to fight the black government. Why? So that the African people can have an African city only where it excludes the black people. The African people can have African schools where black children are not allowed to be in that school, where Afrikaners can build an all-Africans university where other races are kicked out in South Africa. What AfriForum wants is not to move to America. It's so that America can sanction South Africans so South Africans can suffer, but the African community can live nicely without the rest of South Africa, which is something that is crazy because you see white people coming out saying, but no, we are not moving to America. We are staying right here. Some are saying, no, we are going to go. We listen, we must fund. We must help buy the tickets for the people that want to go. We must assist them because it's going to be progressive. Imagine if a farmer goes. We are ready. Some of us, we know how to farm. We know how to do animal production. We know how to do all of it. Let them go. Let them go. Let them go, please. We want to use that land to build schools. We want to use that land to build modern smart cities that they've been keeping unused for so many years. So I support Donald Trump. Let these people get the refugee pass. Let them go to America. Let them go enjoy themselves there in America because what they want is to live a life that has no black people around them. And in America, they probably will experience it depending on which state you will be living in. You'll be seeing less and less African people. So let's talk about America, the refugee pass for AfriForum, and much more.
Welcome to King Said So. Africa's one land, one language, one currency, one army on King Said So. Africans can unite. Your Pan-Africanist podcast. Enjoy.
Peace in Pan-Africanism to all my African brothers and sisters from all around the world. Welcome back to King Said So. I'm your host, Kagiso Hlongwane Zinchiva Sono, and we're back at it again with another one. And this time around, we're talking about Donald Trump. Before we talk about Donald Trump, please guys, we're having a gala dinner on the 2nd of May where you are invited to come and assist us do a fundraising event gala dinner for building the Pan-African School of Economics, Technology and Agriculture. It's a school that we'll be building so that we can encourage our African children to learn economics, to learn technology, to learn African history in a proper manner, and most importantly, learn agriculture. Any school that does not teach agriculture does not take the future of its children serious. You have to teach agriculture. If you're teaching English, you must teach agriculture because you cannot eat English, but you can eat agriculture, if you know what I'm saying. So the gala dinner will be on the 2nd of May. It's 1,000 Rand per ticket. We are very much invited. If you cannot make it to the gala dinner, you are welcome to join the Mike Khatebe campaign where we are asking Africans to buy each a pallet of bricks to donate to the school so that we can build the school at the speed of light. When you purchase the pallet, we will send you a certificate with your name on in honor of Mike Khatebe, the man who started this campaign. Thank you so much to everybody that is sending their 50 Rand donations each and every day to the Pan-African School of Economics, Technology and Agriculture. I appreciate you. You guys are making this dream possible. Now let's get into AfriForum. Guys, AfriForum has got a YouTube page, a YouTube account, YouTube channel. Please, sometimes go and watch that channel. As a person who wants to do journalist, as a person who does media report, political reports, and analyst, I have to watch their channel and listen to the stupidity that those people are speaking. They are so convinced, ladies and gentlemen. If you watch their channel, they are so convinced that the black government is up after their heads. You can swear that they've been threatened to. It's like you ask yourself, what is wrong with these African people? Since 1652, you guys have been harassing us till today. And the wise man said, the African people have to be grateful that the black people, indigenous people, the South African native people don't want revenge, but they want equality. We just want equality. We are not fighting anyone in our country, and we're supposed to, but we are, our African people are. We are forgiving of everyone, and any sins that happen to us, we are forgiving. You understand? But it's like these people don't understand. We don't want to fight them. The ANC government wants inclusion into the mining sector, inclusion into the farming sector, inclusion into the suburbs. Like, there has to be mixed. They call us the rainbow nation, but really we are a joke. We are not a rainbow nation. We are divided more than ever. And AfriForum is showing us one more time that the African people, a minority of them, by the way, I must say that, the African people, the Dutch people, they constitute of about 8% of the population of South Africa. And I'm telling you, when I say less than 3% of those people are in farming, of that 8%, not all of them are rich, owning land, some of them are struggling like me and you. They are struggling like me and you, trust me. Not all of them, but the minority of the Afrikaans community has got a bigger voice. They've got the solidarity movement voice. They've got the AfriForum voice. They've got the Orania voice. They've got the Kleinfontein voice. They've got the what do they call it? Afrikaner Kartier movement. And quite a few of them, about 25 movements under the umbrella of solidarity movement. So it's very important to understand that even though they are making so much noise, it's not the majority of the African people that actually want to leave, South Africa. Now we find ourselves, we wake up today, President Donald Trump has signed an executive order to say, listen, we are going to give, as America, the African people. He specifically says the African people. He should have written Dutch, because African people means something different in South Africa. Are you including the colored people? Are you including some black people that speak Afrikaans? Because if you stay in Western Cape and Northern Cape, you understand what I'm saying. There's black people with Afrikaans names and Afrikaans surnames. I've got a friend by the name of Jerome Hoogstander. He's a black Tswana man with the name Jerome Hoogstander. I've got another friend, his name is Clifford Jackals. That pure Afrikaans. Clifford Jackals, he's a black man. I've got colored friends that don't know other languages. They know English and Afrikaans, and they consider themselves as Afrikaners because they speak Afrikaans. That's their home language. That's the language that they learn in school and everything. So that mistake there of writing Afrikaner, it shows us the Elon Musk influence in it. It's very, they should have wrote Dutch. If they wrote Dutch, colored people know they are not Dutch. Black people with African surnames, they know they are not Dutch. So they should have written the historically Dutch people, because apparently that's the people that are suffering. So this letter continues to say, listen, we are fighting you, South Africa, because of your stance in Israel and Palestine. That is the main reason why they are fighting us. They don't want to be challenged with global political issues. They don't want to be challenged. And that's how America is operating. When they say left, everybody must run left and nobody must question America. So South Africa taking Israel to the international court, it was an abomination for America because they were supporting Israel. That is the thing that is happening now. So Minavele, I told you guys from the beginning, here in Africa, we've got so many problems. We've got a Goma problem there in the DRC. Just to divert from the topic alone, guys, the DRC is one of the few countries in the world that one country has got 3 time zones. Goma is so far from Kinshasa. It's 2 hours, 2.5 hours in time difference. So it could be 5 o'clock in Kinshasa. It could be 3:30 in the morning in Goma. It's the time zones are crazy between the two. That's how big the DRC is. That should tell you, because remember, it's lying right on the equator. So it's got 2 time zones, 3 time zones actually. The people in the middle of the equator experience a different time zone from the capital city and from the other side of Goma. It's crazy to think about it like that, but that's information I'll give you guys on another video. But I just wanted you to stretch your mind on that, like South Africa having 3 different time zones. You can just imagine, because this fight of land is not going to stop, ladies and gentlemen. So now, the Afrikaner people, now we have correctly disclosed them as the Dutch people, not Afrikaner people. The word Afrikaner in South Africa covers more than 12% of the population. But what Donald Trump is talking about is actually less than 3%, because he's talking about a specific group that is in farming, a specific group that is rich, a specific group that is in production, a specific group that is in mining, and they feel that those freedoms of those privileges are being threatened. So they are saying, no, listen, we are not going to allow this is going to happen. We're going to travel the world and tell people about the genocide that is happening, farm matters and all of those things, just to amplify what is happening in South Africa and make it seem as if it is big while it is a no issue. So now what I love about Donald Trump says, okay, since, you South Africans are having an attitude, you black South Africans, you black government, having an attitude, we are going to make sure that we throw a helping hand to the AfriForum and the Dutch people. We're going to allow them, only the African people, to come and stay in America as refugees, with a refugee's pass. And now they are looking like, yo, the Afrikaner people are like, hey, yeah, no, man, that's not exactly what we wanted. That's not what we wanted. Because we know these racist Afrikaners, like your Drinkers Duplessis. We know them. We know them. They don't want to mix with black people. That's the only thing that they don't want. They want America to help them to stay scotch-free here in South Africa, in our land, that they visited about 200 to 300 years ago, and they want to take their children they want to build schools for their children only. They want to exclude colored children, they want to exclude black children, they want to exclude Indian children, Chinese children. Afrikaner children must learn from Afrikaans teachers or at schools, that's all. That's what they said in Orania. I watched a video from Orania. And they said it is better like this, that our children learn our culture and learn our ways of teaching from Afrikaans teachers. Because how can they learn Afrikaans freely when they are mixed in the class? That's the problem they have in Orania. They don't want mix, and it is clear. It is clear they do serious vetting for you to come and stay in Orania. They don't want anyone to say, no, I'm African and now I'm going to stay in Orania. They don't allow them. They're going to vet you seriously. They've got a code of conduct that you must abide on. They've got a selection criteria on who can stay in Orania. It's not an Afrikaans, it's not a language issue. It's more than that. It's a racist issue that is happening there. That's why a person that grew up in a colored area that speaks only Afrikaans cannot stay in Orania. You are not allowed there. And AfriForum is a supporter of Orania. Orania is a supporter of AfriForum, Solidarity Movement. All of them fall under one umbrella, ladies and gentlemen. So it is quite clear now that they don't want to leave South Africa. They don't want to leave because if they wanted to, let's help them. The problem is that we don't have a government, man. We don't have government, man. That is balls, man. You know, our government is so weak, and it's because of Cyril Ramaphosa. I'm not gonna blame anyone else. Our president is supposed to stand up and say, "Oh, hello, I saw what is happening there. We as South Africa, we are going, of course, we don't have an airline again. Oh my God, I wanted to say we are going to offer SAA to fly these people for free, but we sold our airlines, I think, for 50 rand or something like that. I don't understand what happened there because SAA was not working under the black government. Supposedly, after a few months, a year, SAA is making turnovers of millions of rands. So anyway, I'm willing to donate for these people to go. People who don't want to be in South Africa, people who don't want to integrate the communities of South Africa must go. Must go. They must go. They must go. So Donald Trump is going to quickly realize that these people actually don't want to leave South Africa. He's going to quickly realize that. You know, that actually these people don't want to leave South Africa. Even if he gives them a piece of land for free and say, guys, take your money, sell your land, because we are buying their land. It's not expropriation for free, because apparently it is land that is used, because our useless government wants to expropriate land that is abandoned, land that is left not used, land that is not developed, land where the owner cannot show, a proper plan with the land and everything. That's the land that we deserve as black people. In other words, leftover land. Unused land. That's the land that they want to expropriate at the value of nil. And nil also is an accounting term where they still going to check the market value and everything of that land. So we are not expropriating anyone's farm. It's not there in the expropriation bill. We're not expropriating anyone's house, nothing. We are not expropriating anything. And remember, I told you guys, the expropriation is going to be more difficult each and every year as long as the population of South Africa grows, because some of us are staying in the land actually that is supposed to be expropriated. I continuously explain this about Kimberley. I said Kimberley, it's Khalishiwe land. Kgosi Khalishiwe, this is his land. But Kgosi Khalishiwe's family was moved from the town of Kimberley, which is where the big hole is, and moved to the township of Kimberley, which is Khalishiwe. Back in the days, the Afrikaner people call it Ver Genoeg, which means far enough. So they moved them there. So actually this land where some of us stay is actually not the municipal land. It is not. It belongs to a royal family. You guys understand what I'm saying? So land expropriation becomes more difficult in that sense when you talk about towns, when you talk about developing areas and stuff like that. But when you come to farms, it becomes easier because you only expropriate against 1 or 2, 3 farmers. It's easier like that. So that's what it's scaring them, because they know they can be easily targeted, because they know their farm that they have, their great-great-grandparents stole that land with blood and bullets. And the families that were pushed out of those farms are still staying around. They know this is our land. Some of them still have graveyards in these farms, and they are not allowed to even go and see those graves. So the African people don't want to go, guys. Don't want to go. Which brings us to the most important question. What are we going to do with AfriForum? What are we going to do? Because Tina Bantu Abamnyama, the only thing is wenza ama video on YouTube. Ingipora kanjani leyo ndaba leyo? Phathisa amathumbu. Phathisa isisu serious. Le ndaba ukuthi Tina always makunento engasijabulisi sigijimele social media. Yeah, look, this one. Yeah, I'm a political party, they are releasing media statements. Yeah, AfriForum yahlanya, hey, what sizo yenzani? What are we going to do? So yenzani. That's why when I said with Sizwe Mpofu Welsh, I said, Sizwe, my brother, with the influence that we are having as content creators, as influencers, as political analysts, our end goal cannot be, or our pinnacle, like the highest achievement that we can reach in our lives cannot be that we started a YouTube page. It's not an achievement to start a YouTube account. I promise you guys, anyone can do YouTube. Talking rubbish, talking sense, talking information that can change people's life, by talking whatever. But when we look at the impacts that our channels are having on the ground, it's just political. We're just influencing people. Don't vote for this one, vote for this one. Here's my thoughts, here's my opinion. Let's move here. But when you say, what have we built? That's why ngiyabuza so enzani nge-AfriForum. Some of us, we in response to what is happening at Orania and what is happening, we say, listen, let's build our own school. And our schools is not to discriminate against anyone else. It's just to show the black child, to say, African child, we care about your future and your education. So we're going to build the black schools that are going to encourage, all-inclusive value, by the way, all-inclusive, that is going to encourage African teachings, African history, African agriculture, African economics, and African integration. That is what we are trying to teach in our schools. And everyone that believes in that is welcome. It's welcome. If you don't believe in African unity, don't come. If you don't believe in community integration, don't come. Don't come. The racists will show themselves at Paseta. They will not even go close to the gate, because the name is clear. It's a Pan-African School of Economics, Technology and Agriculture. We are not playing around. What is our response going to be to AfriForum? As a country, as a community, leave the politicians. The politicians are just going to talk, guys. They are not going to do anything. It is us who can do something. Nothing in jail. They are not going to do anything, the politicians. They're going to release tweets, they're going to release videos, they're going to release statements, political statements, and at the end, when you ask, what are you going to do, especially the ANC, because it is them that they can actually do something against AfriForum. And the other political parties, they can maybe raise this issue of AfriForum in parliament, get some fire on that AfriForum and do something. But they are not going to do it. They are not going to do it. Releasing a media statement does not mean anything anymore, ladies and gentlemen. Let's be honest. It's like picketing outside and burning tires. What are we going to do with AfriForum? As a black community, what are we going to do? There is so many things that can be done. So many things that can be done. Because ngiyazibabukela ama video ama ngengizisho zonke lezi zinto lezo, but there are so many things that can be done. Can tell you that one for free. I can tell you that one for free. I'm very disappointed to say again. We run to YouTube, we run to TikTok, we run to X, we run to all of these companies that are actually not South African, not African owned, most of them being American. We run to those communities to complain again, so that nothing can happen at the end. Then we fight on the comment section. Yeah, no, America is right. Hey, King, you are crazy. Hey, Nina Nashanya, Gaten McKenzie is right. So what? So what? So what? What is it going to change? What is going to change? We've got a terrorist organization in our country that has won an refugee pass for a particular people, as if there's war in South Africa. That is how America is painting us, as if there's war, there's a genocide that is happening against African people and they need to be saved. My question is, bazohamba na? Bazohamba na? The answer to that question is no. No AfriForum person is going to leave South Africa. None. Because they are the leaders of AfriForum. Let the leaders leave first. Let them lead first. Let them lead by example. Let them lead. and go and live. Listen, I'm not saying the quality of life in America is not going to be better for African people. It probably will be. Do you understand what I'm saying? It probably will be. Not for me and you. When umnyama, wherever you go. When uye China, uye Germany, uye America, uye Brazil, uye China, uye wherever you go, umuntu mnyama, you are guilty until proven innocent, and you are judged because of the color of your skin. When umuntu mnyama. So when you lutho wena, hlala in South Africa, akuna la uya khona, hlala la. I know a lot of friends that have moved abroad because of school, because of whatever. All of them are saying, oh my God, I miss South Africa so much. I can feel I'm away from home. It's only love. Our grand. I love love. They can go anywhere and be welcome because of the color of the skin. Mina now, never. Mina now is no problem going to another African country. Young Todd. Or Zongtola later. No, just going to another African country, Mindanao is over a problem. What does this South African want here? What does this Zimbabwean want here? What does this Kenyan want? Why Nigerians are here? Why Tina? But Lava, they've got a chance to go to America. Let them go to America and go see them. Mabahambe. Because in South Africa, we are never going to get this thing right up until we fix the historical rot, the trauma of apartheid in the black community. We are never going to get it right. And they don't want us to address that. They don't want us to speak about history. They want us to forget. They want us to remember history when they are celebrating the 4th record on a monument, when they are supporting Eugene Branch, and that's when they want us to remember them. That's why I don't respect any African person who takes themselves serious, who say, I'm looking forward to go to Orania. Oh, look how clean it is. Oh, Orania is so clean. We can learn something from a fuck off. Ayiko just say funda kulabantu labo. Ayiko. They are racist. We can learn what? Separating ourselves from other people so that we can develop and other people can stay away from our business. Is that Ubuntu? Is that how we Africans have turned out to be? That's not going to happen. But anyways, just wanted to ask you guys, what do you guys think? Are they going to go? Because AfriForum must be the first organization to go. Maybe South Africa will be better. Maybe South African will be better. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in on King Said So. Please continue to buy your tickets for the gala dinner. We appreciate it so much. We want to build this school. Because the government is not assisting us. The politicians are not assisting us. Let us do it alone as a community of Paseta, with different political backgrounds. But one thing we agree on is that a school must be built for our African children, where we can be proud and say, okay, in our generation, this is what we did. Because we don't want to be asked that question. What? In your times, what did you do? I built a TikTok account. It has 1 million supporters. And what did you do with 1 million supporters? Imagine if 1 million people gave you 10 rand each. 1 million people giving you 10 rand each. Imagine the impact. You could build a hospital in no time. You can build a hospital in 2-3 months. You can build a bridge, a borehole. You can support a community with water. What is it that we are supposed to do with this small influence? Because we are small, some of us, small influence that we have on social media. What is our job? To influence only for political gains? I refuse to believe that. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. I call this a live video. It's a little bit long. Until we meet again, don't forget to pray. But after you pray, stand up, African child. Do your best so that God can do the rest. Peace in prayer and Africanism. I salute you.